izquierda va a llegar contra Balanta. Anda y ve, Marín, te conozco desde Celaya, Marín. Mira la jugada individual de Marín, sigue Marín, toca hacia atrás. Eso es falta, ley de la ventaja, el oso, levanta la pelota, Piojo, el balón dentro de la grande, Piojo. Tiempo, 66 minutos de juego, mi Piojo. Alvarado, sacaste y metiste el balón como en tus videos donde sacas la mano. 1-0.
Good afternoon, Mr. and Mrs. Latino America, and all the Chivermanos and Chivermanas around the globe, all the mothers and misters, Chiva brothers and sisters. Welcome to We Go Chew Live. We're transmitting directly from La Perla Tapatía, home to the most glorious of teams, el Club Deportivo Guadalajara. Bienvenidos todos a We Go Chew Live. Joining me today, we have Gaby Silva. ¿Cómo estás, Gabriela?
Hi, Robert. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to We Go Chew Live, episode 10 of season 2. So happy. I mean, you can tell, right? We have like huge smiles on our faces. And this episode is called Undefeated for a reason. And we are ready to talk about everything Chivas because our three teams and everybody in the Chivas universe is undefeated and ready to go. Alfredo, how are you, my friend?
Hi, Gabi. Hi, Robert. Hi, to your hermanos. Answering your question briefly, I am undefeated. So I'm having a great week. Both our Varonil and Femenil teams, they are undefeated as well as Tapatio. I'm having a great week because Chivas won yesterday. And before anything else, if you'd like to comment on yesterday's match or on anything regarding El Rebaño Cerrado, also make any questions. If we have the answer, we will happily let you know. Please join the chat, and so we can read you, so we can let the Chiva Nation what you think. Let the Chiva Nation know what you think. And if you would like to hop into the show and be here with us, just send a WhatsApp message to the number 33 26 67 241, 33 26 67 241, and someone from the Chivas digital team will send you the link to be here with us on the show and join us. Join us commenting everything regarding Chivas. Who did you like yesterday? What players did you like? What plays did you enjoy? And if we deserve to score even more, let us know either on the chat or sending us a WhatsApp message so you can hop into the show. So yeah, plenty of Chiva talk. 2 wins to kick off the week. Femenil on Monday, Varonil yesterday. So yeah, the team commanded by Pauno, 4 wins in the first 5 matches, undefeated so far. I think we deserve to win on Saturday as well, but an unfortunate penalty call deducted us 2 points. But yeah, I'm more than ready.
Yes, of course. Before we get into the nitty gritty, because there's so many things to talk about. Gabi, can you explain what this program is about for any newcomers? Like, what is Chivas? What's this Chivas thingy going on here? What are we doing here? And We Go Chew Live.
Okay, so if anybody is wondering out there, so we are an English content section of the Chivas universe, and we are in charge of bringing you information, news, and exclusive content about Chivas, Chivas Femenil, Tapatio, and everything regarding our beloved rojiblancos, but exclusively in English. I mean, we can do the Spanglish here and there, whatever, but this is mainly content created for all our Chiva hermanos that we know. There are a lot of Chiva hermanos, not only in Mexico, but also in the USA and everywhere and around the world. And they speak mostly in English. So this content is for you, and everybody is welcome here. Like, everybody. Remember that we speak Chivas. Chivas is universal. So we might be speaking English right now, but if you speak Chinese, we'll figure it out, and we can talk Chivas, whatever it is you want us to speak Chivas. So
that's right. Y'all will speak Creole. We'll try to find a way to get that language through. And before we continue, we have obviously we need to talk about a special person this week. But look at this chat. Everybody's saying hi. All my Chiva hermanos are in the house.
Oh, but and I want to do a special
Yeah.
Look at
mention.
this.
Just a special mention because I saw our good friend and loyal friend of this space, Curtis. Curtis, my friend, I hope you're doing better. Remember a couple of episodes ago, you were talking about something that was happening around your household. I hope everything is going better and everything is good with you. So we can have you here very soon on the show so you can chat with us and tell us what is it that makes you a Chiva hermano in the USA. So hugs, my friend. Hugs to you and all your family.
Yes,
Okay.
and
Much love to all the Chiva hermanos. And now let us move on. Guess who was the best player from last night, my friends?
Who
We
do
know
you
who it was.
Who do you think?
and not necessarily because of the goal.
Oh, no.
Not only because of the goal. Yeah.
Not only with the goal. Drum,
He had a great match.
roll,
Yeah.
please.
Drum roll, please. Blah, blah, blah.
Druk.
Who is
It
it?
was El Piojo Alvarado.
Roberto
Nuestro
Alvarado.
Piojo querido, who we have a special
Yeah.
relationship to. I know his bodyguard when he first came
Oh, you do?
to I'll tell you guys that story later. I'll tell you that story later. Let's look at the numbers. Don Alfredo, tell us what's going on there, my friend.
So El Piojo Alvarado has contributed us with one goal yesterday against Tijuana. He actually the only goal of the match, the winning goal in the second half. 5 shots, 50 passes, so plenty of contact with the ball, passing accuracy of 90%. Remember that Piojo plays up front, so it's where the passing accuracy gets even harder because you have more defenders and more people covering whatever you do. He sent 3 crosses, 74 touches, and created 4 chances. So yeah, he was electric last night. Like even before he would score the goal, I was starting to analyze and consider the great match that El Piojo Alvarado was having yesterday. So he is actually going through a great state of shape. I think that the guy has taken ownership of the wings. He has taken ownership of his paces. He is speedy. He is getting away from defenders. His dribbles are being successful. So yeah, I think he's going through an excellent state of shape.
And definitely, we had spoken earlier about Piojo. It's not just right now. He's been coming off of all of that work with the selección. He came back renovated. He didn't look tired. You would think that he would have come back tired, but he came back a younger Piojo, if I can
Right.
say that, because he's pretty young, right? Everything that's
Yeah.
going on out there is just with him. He's on fire. And I wanted to mention this because we always say that and we never mention it, is that he was playing for the team. Again, when our players are playing for the team reacts and it explodes. And then it explodes. Right. Look at all these saludos, my Chiva hermanos from North Carolina. Solín Varela, aquí saludándolos desde North Carolina. Look at everybody's out there.
Lisbeth.
Yeah.
Hello from the North Bay. Hello to the Bay. Hello, everybody. And yeah.
It's cold? No.
Chuiram Garcia from Tuxtla Gutierrez. He says Chivas de Hueso Colorado. And yeah, so hi to everyone.
A bunch of saludos, my friends. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you guys for joining us. I have a question for you, though. We talk about the MVP. This is what we discussed. This is what we have chosen. Who was the MVP for you? Put it in the chat, please. Okay? I want to know what you guys think. Who was it? Who was it for you? Because Piojo did a lot of stuff with and without the ball. But you know who I am. When we voted, you guys know who had my vote. Who was it? El Oso. For me, it was El Oso. I'm an Oso believer.
Oso believer.
He was magnificent with and without the ball. You could see it. And he was the dude that placed that magnificent ball over the top of the defense, jumped 2 or 3 defenders and the goalie, and left Piojo with just one decision to make: how he wanted to place the ball. and he did
Yeah.
it through the legs
And I'm so glad that Pauno
of
is
Toño.
giving him the confidence to start in the 11. Like, remember, like he didn't have minutes. Like, I don't know if like 3 weeks ago, like something like that. He was not starting in the 11, and now he's back. And I think it's been very good for the team. And he's like everywhere. You can see him like Nene, like going up and down, up and down. And at the end of the day, he's the one that gives Piojo the assist to score that goal. So I think he's been doing very well in the team, and I think he's like low key, like he's not very loud, and he's not like everywhere, but he shows everything on the pitch, and I think that's the most important part. And yes, of course, Piojo, again with that point about him being the MVP of the week, I don't think it was only about the goal. I think overall, in this 5 weeks that have been through, he's been one of the most consistent players. Like, remember, again, we say this a lot, but the pause and that month of Leagues Cup could really stress a team collectively, but he looks in amazing shape. He was also with the national team, and now he's back, and he looks amazing. I love, I don't know what you guys think. And how él y Alexis en las bandas, you know what I mean? Like, and Punta, Ricardo Marin, I like that communication between him and Alexis, and when eventually like with the midfielders and whatnot. But yes, Piojo for me. And you guys don't know this, but we have like a meeting pre-show, and we talk about this, and we're like, hey, who is the MVP of the week? And we were like, Piojo, Piojo, Piojo. And Robert was like, no, my little bear, my little bear.
My cuddly little
Yes.
bear. He's dangerous, man. You got to watch out. He reminds me of Ted, if we could say that.
Right.
He's not a cuddly bear. You got to take care of that guy. Let's talk about the game. But leave this. I want you guys. I closed it down to too much. Who was the best for you? Who are the top three? Let's talk about that in a moment. But let's talk about the match. How did you guys see the team overall, in general? What was going on there? What were your impressions?
So I really enjoyed watching the team, because even though it was not it was not the most open match of them all. It was not the match where we had the most spaces. We did attempt to create them. We did persist on the idea. We faced a team that our team realized that Cholos was gonna be pretty defensive last night. So the team kind of absorbed the situation and the scenario that the game required. We were patient. We insisted. We persisted, and I think that the goal and the victory was the fair price for a job well done. I saw a team with nice interpretation. I saw a team that took the initiative. Chivas said, "We are Chivas. We are the biggest club. We are at home with our people, so we gotta have the initiative. We gotta attack, and we gotta go up front." So I really enjoyed watching that, because it was a tough opponent, and Toño Rodriguez had a great match yesterday, and the team, even though after creating chances and missing them, we kept on even after the penalty kick that we missed. The team insisted and persisted, and that's valuable. Even though it was only a 1-0 win, that's valuable 3 points, because it was a rough and rocky opponent.
Yes, although we
Yeah.
have been. Go ahead, Gabi.
I'm sorry. I was just going to say, like, I think that we had like yesterday's game was a little tough, because we had like those moments where we just attacked it and tagged and attacked, and nothing happened. And yes, of course, Toyo Rodriguez had a great night yesterday. But I also think like our guys were like a little bit frustrated and like couldn't complete the plays. And definitely, I think the red card of Cholos like changed the game completely, and I think that was in our favor. I mean, unfortunately for the other team, that they had to like try to reschedule or their the strategy overall. But I think that changed the game completely, and Chivas attacked and attacked and attacked the game. And again, Toño Rodriguez had the game of the season for him, like so far. But yes, eventually the penalty kick that was missed, unfortunately, that we can talk about that a little bit later. But yeah, and then Piojo. And I think overall Chivas had that game. We have a perfect streak. Like Cholos could never win in El Akron, so that's good. and we like keep that pace in at home. Those 3 points, we're still in the top of the standing. We have to really say that and highlight that, because people like maybe can say things and we can hear things here and there, but at the end of the day, Chivas is at the top of the game right now, and they've been winning like 4 games and tied one. So I think it's a very good performance overall on 5 weeks so far. So yeah, I think Chivas at the end of the day, I'm sorry, but they got the game, and that's the most important thing. Like, they won, and we have those points.
I think we're seeing a more mature Chivas, a more mature
Right.
Chivas, a more calculating Chivas. They're assimilating Pauno's game plan. There are many things that might be going on the pitch that we don't understand. I'm sure they're frustrated if you're going up against a team that has everyone behind the halfway of the midfield. And for me, when they expelled the player from TJ, I was thinking that was the worst thing that could possibly have happened, because teams like who are very limited, let's say in their squad and on their bench, then they will have to play like Tijuana played, which was type of trying to do a counterattack. They were going to play like that anyway. Okay, they were going to try to counterattack us, but with one less, then they were going to do it even not as often as they would have with the full squad. So yes, that, and there are a lot of things. I think Chivas was very close to have. I don't want to sound like cocky, but Chivas was just far superior to Tijuana.
Yeah, they were
Right.
superior.
I mean, I don't want to sound like that we knew that it was going to happen. No, Tijuana is a hard team to play, and they're being well directed now, but they maybe don't have the players, which
Right.
they did
And
have
their most
years
dangerous
ago.
one got a red card. So
Yeah,
everything at the end
just like
worked
that.
for us. So
It worked for us, but Alvarado and the crew
can I say
went
something?
for it.
Can I say
See?
something? Because this has been highlighted in our chat. Curtis, again, our very good and loyal friend, says, my choice of MVP is El Palco broadcast on YouTube. There's no other trio for Chivas home broadcast on YouTube except for the We Go To trio. Feeling much better. Thank you. Thank you, Curtis.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
Curtis.
Curtis.
That is my
Thanks, Curtis.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. Thank you so much.
It's we're the trio like Marin, Vega, and Alvarado.
El tridente mortal.
Yeah, let's get back to the match because we're all just gloating. Let's talk about what's up. What's up with our defense? How did you like this new tactical? Well, not new for us because we've seen it before. But let's
Right.
start. Let's talk about each line: the defensive line, the midfield, and the forwards. Right? Because you guys just mentioned the forwards, which I agree with you guys are fantastic right now. But how did you see the midfield? How did you like the change in the lineup?
Yeah, I like that. It was Eloso with
Nene.
Nene Beltran,
That's
and
midfield,
you
right?
had
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
and in the
yeah.
defenders, we had the two wingers. Okay,
Mozo is back.
Right.
Mozo
was back.
yesterday.
Also
And
Chiquete.
Hal, right? Chiquete on the left,
Yeah.
right? Our
Right.
two central defenders, they're monsters, the beasts.
Pollo Briseño.
The
Yeah.
chicken and
And Tiva
Guido,
Sepúlveda.
And Tiva
right?
Sepúlveda.
What a
And
game
Diva.
from Tiva last night. What a game.
No mistakes. No mistakes. That's what I saw there. And great communication with Pollo and he. They were just on it. They were on it. And yes,
And
they didn't have to defend an extra player, right? Because the guy that was expulsed was a forward. But if you look at the big scheme of things, Tijuana couldn't do anything. And even when they tried.
Right.
When they tried, no. Okay?
And
I love the dynamism. I like Chiquete on the left, man. On the left.
Chiquete. Yes, Chiquete. My God. Can he run?
what?
He was everywhere.
Yeah, what's great when Chiquete plays on the left, that because he plays as a center back as well, he's really good at reading the line of the rest of the defense when throwing the offside. So they're all super well coordinated whenever the opponent wants to attack, and we have to give the step ahead for throwing the offside. Chiquete reads that very well from the left, and he synchronizes really well with the center backs, which yesterday were Briseño and Sepúlveda.
Yeah, I
So
think
that was great.
he
So,
needs to work on his passing, right? That's the only thing, passing on the run. Mosso did a
right.
magnificent job on the right. But
He
see,
did.
that's what we were accustomed to. Yeah. That's what we were
Yeah.
accustomed to. We were used to him running down the alegre, right? Prancing down the right side. And we saw it. And I think that they felt, apart from, again, the expulsion, right? The red card, they
Sure.
also
Yeah.
felt they could go forward because of the work of the midfield. Let's talk about the
Mhm.
midfield.
Mhm.
Now let's talk about the
Yeah. So
midfield. They did a great
for me,
job.
yeah. So speaking about the midfield, big shout out to Joaquin Alvarez, who says, "For me, it's the Bear and 10 more. This guy is the most important player in the Paunos play game." Solid argument,
Solid.
Solid argument.
And Joaquin, I wish we were giving stuff away today because you would be the winner. I would give you
Serías
my
el
vote, bro.
consentido.
Yeah.
Your
You would have my
consentido, Robert.
vote.
Right. Yeah, I think El Oso is having a pretty unexpected, and I'm saying unexpected because he's not necessarily the player that where the media focuses the most of his attention. But he's having I would say it's a pleasant surprise to see also playing so well because he plays in an important position. He's a very good teammate with his companions, providing a hand on defense, and he's really good with the ball. Like the pass yesterday that he gave for the goal to Piojo Alvarado speaks for itself. It's not the first time that he's done it. Even there's been other times that he comes from behind and he actually goes and scores. So he's a player that can play at every part of the pitch, and he is very important for Pauno, as they were saying on the comment section. I think he's one of the pivotal players, one of the key players in that position, and yeah, he provides that equilibrium. He understands really well with he understands himself really well with Nene Beltran. I think
Yes.
that they do have a very special connection. And yeah, big shout out to Eloso Gonzalez.
I agreed. He's one of my top three. So I would say I have Piojo and I have El Oso. He's like a little ninja. He's a ninja too, man, because he appears when you're not expecting it.
Mhm.
Really, if he
Right.
just slips in
Yeah,
there
yeah,
and
yeah.
then all of a
He
sudden
does.
he has the ball, and it's the hair thing. You guys remember Calvin and Hobbes? I'll send you
I
guys
love Calvin and Hobbes.
Calvin and Hobbes. He's
Oh,
Calvin.
oh my
He's
God.
Calvin. He's the
Right.
guy in that little cart going down the hill with the bear in the back. You know, he reminds me. He's going. He's a motor. And you know what? You mentioned something that is very, very, very important, and that is that Nene Oso combo.
Oh my gosh.
Right. Yeah.
Se confían. They trust each other. You see that they're constantly. It's like they don't even have to speak to each other sometimes.
Yeah.
They
Nene is
know the
one of
other
my
guy
top
is
three.
there.
Nene is one of my top three. Like he's always on my top three. Like he is like late. And yesterday there was a play especially where he saves the ball from going out and he does like this little like going like backwards. I don't know how to say that. And he does like
Right.
this amazing play around it. Now Nene, like mwah, I love you. Like Nene, top three for me.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Oh, and
And
also, yeah, we're watching. What are we watching? The goal?
the
The
goal. Big
goal.
shout out to Ricardo Marin. He had some really good presence up front. I think that Marin uh, uh, what he apports to the attack and to the team itself
Let's talk
is
about the forwards.
pretty
Yeah.
necessary. Yeah, yeah. Marin is he's I would say that he's a luchador. He's a warrior up front. Like he gives it all for the team. He goes and provides some high pressure. He runs through the spaces to jalar marca.
Yeah.
To
I saw him
attract some
playing. If you guys
defenders.
like basketball, I saw him playing a little bit like a pivot as well.
Right. Yeah.
Right? He was just
Yeah. He's
holding,
important.
waiting, and
Exactly.
passing out the ball. And also he tried. I saw him do something. I saw his confidence grow because he tried, I don't remember, at least twice, I remember he tried to go for it. He put his boot
Right.
through it, and only luckily a defender was able to ricochet it away. So he's trying again. So there it is. There's all the hard work.
I
And
hope
like you
he scores
said,
soon.
I do too,
He
man.
deserves it.
He does. He's
Yeah.
really trying. He's really trying. And the guy se está sacrificando. What's that? What's that?
Joaquin Alvarez. I feel so gringo trying to write in English.
Good job, man. Don't worry about it. It's a great job you're doing.
Which by the way, please share your thoughts with us in the comment section, chat, or whatever it is you're watching us right now. And please, two announcements. Please go follow our Twitter or X or whatever it is called these days account at Chivas EN _. So let us know everything you are thinking about right now and give us feedback or whatever. And please also go and subscribe to our YouTube channel where we have exclusive content in English just for you every week.
And if you'd like to hop into the show and be here with us and get the link of the stream sent to you so you can hop in and here with us, please send a message to WhatsApp to the number 3326607241, 3326607241, to send us a message on WhatsApp and let us know what you thought about the game yesterday, what you thought about El Piojo Alvarado's performance, El Oso González performance, Nene Beltrán, Marín, and everyone we're talking about in the Chiva Nation. And speaking about yesterday's match, I would like to highlight something that I really liked watching yesterday, and it's the fact that towards the end of the match, we were actually closer to the second goal than Tijuana was to tying the game, and that speaks about the work of the team because we finished the match attacking and we were winning. So we were not like everyone, at the back defending and like as someone would say, colgados del poste. Nothing at all. We were attacking. We were with the ball. We managed to keep the ball even when we were winning towards the end of the match. Speaks well about the physical preparation of the team because you gotta have the el fondo de armario, el fondo del tanque to keep playing until the very end. So big shout out to the team who kept attacking even at winning the match. So I think that's valuable.
Yes, the
as we call
fondo,
it.
that and the
Yeah.
fact that Pauno made, for me, the right changes this time.
Right.
People comment all the time, couch potatoes, weekend warriors, talking heads, they don't know what they're talking about.
They don't know
Like,
what they're talking about.
Everybody was coming down on Vega last week.
But they
Everybody,
do know who they're talking for.
and they
Yeah.
do that like with spite. Like, why do you want to hurt? And then what did Vega do? Guante blanco.
He scored
Exactly.
against
He
Juarez.
scored against
He scored.
Juarez.
And he was like,
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about the Juarez game.
I know.
Yeah.
All
that's
right.
penalty.
He scored against Juarez. He gave a great match. And again, puso las gonadas there. He did a great job. And yesterday, come on, man.
Right.
What does a person have to do?
Exactly.
What are these guys? I mean, I know that you make money off of speaking foully of people. But sometimes, sometimes it's just best to be quiet. And I think this is one of those times.
I would
Right.
like to think that if people talk about you, is because you're doing something right. So for me, Alexis is coming back. Yes, remember he was out for injury, and he's coming slowly but surely. And I think he's been giving at least the last two games were incredible for me. He scored. He's back. Se reencontró con el gol, if you will. And last night was also a very good game. So I think it's better to speak on the pitch. And I think he's been doing that very well. And I hope he continues to do that because he deserves all our recognition. And yeah, él porta muy bien los colores.
Yes. Y ya está recuperando su figura.
Yes.
Exactly.
He's starting to look sexy again.
The pitch.
Yeah, he's ripped, 6-pack, muscles,
Yeah,
fast,
man. I
great
thought
technique touching the ball.
He's doing it again. So that's it. He's taking it serious. Wonderful, Alexis. All right, quickly. Let's talk, because we got to talk about las chingonas, porque son chingonas. Y hay
Please,
mucho de qué hablar.
please.
Okay. So, real fast, your top three. I'll say mine because I'm the one that always like wastes time. Okay. Obviously, el oso ninja. Okay. Mi oso ninja. El piojo, of course. And I agree with Gabby, it's Fer Beltran. Ya esos
Right.
tres para mí were in the top. Fer Beltran and Vega. It's like one of those. That's
Yeah.
where I'm having a little bit. But the three of them, for me, have been magnificent in what they've been doing. What about you guys?
So for me, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Gabby.
So
Go
I'm
ahead.
going to cover every single line of the field. For me, it's Tiva Sepulveda. I think he delivered an amazing game yesterday. He saved a couple of very clear attempts from Cholos, and he was like very spot on and very concentrated for me, in my opinion. Then for me is Nene. Like regardless, for me, Nene is always going to be in my top three, always. And last but not least, Piojo, because of the goal, of course, but also I think he's been doing very well. Again, he looks in incredible shape. Yeah, you can see. I love personally to watch the players outside of the game or the pitch or the game itself, and you can see him on social media. He's like so happy and doing jokes. You can see. I'm not going to recreate it, but there's a video that has been about him. Like he's funny. Like he seems happy and he seems comfortable overall, and you can see that. Again, maybe that's like very cheesy to say, but you can see if he's happy in his life, like he can like translate that inside the pitch. So those are my top three.
I like Heel. I hadn't thought about it like that, but yes, I would probably add him to my top 10, 5. Definitely. And
Yeah,
for you,
I would like for my top three. I would like to mention Ricardo Marin. I think that the work that he's giving to the team up front is very valuable. He fights. He does a lot of the dirty work up front, which in modern football, dirty work up front is getting more and more necessary. So Ricardo Marin definitely. I would say Roberto Alvarado as well because like the way this guy is playing, it's simply out of this world. Like it's so enjoyable to watch his technique, the how smart he is touching the ball, making 1-2s, opening up spaces, dribbling, scoring, sending crosses. He's such a smart player, such a talented player. Out of this world right now, he's going through a brilliant state of shape, Roberto Alvarado. And I would also like to add Alan Mozo. I'm happy, I'm pleased that he had a great comeback yesterday. He played the wing on the right magnificently, and for how important he's been for the team in the past months. I think it's great news that he came back and he did it well. He did it on track. So that's great news for El Rebaño, Alan Mozo as well. And a big shout out to Joaquin Alvarez, who is saying in the comment section, Nene is like that ancient position called El Armador, like Poncho Sosa in Pachuca so many years ago. And I'm so old, I know or like Aspe, but Nene is faster and more skilled. Yeah, Nene is he's the motor of
I love
the
that.
offense.
I'm so old.
Yeah,
yes, he's a coach now, right? What was with UDG? Was that not Sosa?
I think so. Yeah, yeah. The from Pachuca, they
Yep.
used to
He
play in
played in a
Pachuca.
couple
Yeah,
of teams. That's right. Only old school. So I'm gonna
right.
pretend like I don't know what you're talking
A
about.
lot of people in the
Because,
chat are
yeah.
saying that
Venga.
Oso is also their MVP, Robert. So you must be very pleased.
Also, yeah. I mean, I'm old school again in one thing, and that I think that in order for a team to function with confidence, you need to create a back structure. If your back structure is proper, you have a good goalie, a good back 4 or 5 if you want to play with that, and a good structure like that, the armador is free to move because El Oso is the guy that is now taking up the defensive part.
Mhm.
But what's cool about these two guys is that they play off of each other. And sometimes el oso is el armador. Yeah.
Yes.
Boom.
Yes.
I don't have a mic. Yes, I do. Let me drop it. Okay.
Hey, you know
You have
what?
one
You know
right
what?
there.
I do. I don't want to drop it though because they're expensive.
You know what permits Nene to be the playmaker in such a free way also is the fact that the two wingers that we have up front, which in yesterday's case were Alvarado and Vega, or for some moments Alvarado and Marin, or Vega and Marin, they also give a hand on defense. So when you have some of the forwards giving a hand on defense, you also free up some of the playing field for the creative guys, such as Nene Beltran, and when we don't have a lot of pressure towards us, also El Oso Gonzalez. So it's all a matter of providing that equilibrium from your teammates, so that the guys that are good with the ball can shine the way Nene Beltran is doing.
That's right. They have to have confidence. And then the guys up front will start doing crazy stuff like flying headers and chilenitas and everything because they'll feel they can. They don't have to worry about defending so much. And if they're all backing each other up by doing this rotation, usually when you do that kind of stuff, one guy takes a rest while the other two guys help defend. So I don't know. It's great. I love them, man. Chivas. I don't want to get cocky. I told you guys I love Chivas. But I'm going to get more cocky because now it's time to talk about our chingonas. Gaby, por favor, haznos el honor de explicarnos what is happening.
So,
our
as
chingonas.
we started the show with the name of the show that is called Undefeated, and yes, also our chingonas are undefeated, and they had an extraordinary game in La Noria. Just to mention, there was a change in the venue, unfortunately. This was supposed to be played in El Estadio Azteca, but last minute they changed it and they played in La Noria. And not only that, but a huge storm came by and the pitch was all messed up and the game had to be paused for almost an hour, I believe.
Casi no llueve en el DF.
In
Casi no
Ciudad de
llueve.
Mexico. Mi Ciudad de Mexico, I miss her so much, my city, my home. But yeah, that was unfortunate, and the game was paused for almost an hour. But that didn't stop our chingonas for bringing the fuel into the game, and the game was 5-1 in La Noria. With an amazing display. Again, yes, this is a time I think where we can be like super cocky about them because they like deliver and they like they exceed the expectations every single time and every single game. And again, we talked about this I think on last show. We don't only have like one scorer on the team. Like we have every single player you can imagine has a goal in their count. Like we had Boyi, Turbide, Caro Jaramillo, of course, Licha Cervantes, that she's still adding goals to her personal count. And a golazo by Damaris Godinez, that, oh my gosh, like talking about defensive scoring.
Yeah.
And it was a magnificent game, in my opinion, even with the inconvenience of the weather and the pitch being all flooded. But I think it was a very good game overall. And again, undefeated. Right now, in the third position, top 3 of the Tabla General, which is very good. And again, undefeated. So, what do you guys think?
I love the way they're playing. I had a chance to watch both matches because remember we broke and we had that match coming up against Centellas, and then this one, and I see a different Chivas. I really like Spinelli's touch.
Yes.
And I love the way that la comandante y la doctora del gol.
La doctora, la comandante y la depredadora.
Y la depredadora. They're just, it's like, all right, the three of them together are amazing. But you know what I've noticed? And I don't know, Gabi, if you've noticed it, because I know you're really working closely with the info from Femenil. But have you seen Gabi? I mean, excuse me, sorry, Licha and Boyi playing for each other? You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Playing off each other, like we said about our forward in the Varonil, playing as a pivot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So one thing I really like about Licha, and this is something that I've been researching because I'm doing like deep dives on players, is that even though she's like the top scorer of Chivas Femenil of all time, she does not engage completely in the goal. Like if she can contribute and be this collective piece for her other teammates, she's going to do it. Like she's not going to be like, oh, I'm the one who's going to score no matter what. And you can see that. I think it's amazing to see this chemistry and communication between Boyi, Licha, and Caro. And then when Gabby is on the pitch, and then, but you know what I mean? Like they have like amazing communication, and they are like talking, and you can see them. They know each other exactly where they are standing and where they are in that exact same moment on the field. So I think that part, and I think Spinelli's got that like entirely. We saw him doing rotations and changing lines and the defense, but overall, I think the offensive line is very solid, and he knows that perfectly. And what these girls are doing, I think it's outstanding. And they just keep winning, and they just keep scoring and gaining. And yeah, right now, on the top three of the table, and I think they can achieve even more.
Yes, I think that
Yeah.
Spinelli's finally brought out the best in his team. You could see it. And maybe he's taking advantage of taking chances a little bit. He knows what he has.
Hmm.
He
Okay.
knows.
And
Yeah.
I think one of the really, really, really important things there as well is now we have a deep bench.
Hmm.
Okay. We can now look at the bench and say, like, oh, look, what happened? It's Blanca's, she was hurt. There's Wendy.
Hmm.
Okay. Gabi can come on the pitch at any time. Ruby Soto, who has been doing magnificently as
Ruby.
well. I
Yeah. She
gotta
had a great
mention
match.
her.
Yeah. She had a great match.
She's been not just this one, she's been doing magnificent. Let's think about our top three right now and ask everybody also on the chat who's your top three from this match. Okay. But Ruby Soto, yeah,
Right.
she's been
Yeah.
doing magnificently well.
And there's
Magnificently
this one.
well.
Yeah. There's this one characteristic that you were mentioning about the connection between Licha and Boyi, and sometimes also Gabi when she comes in, and the they all have something in common. Licha, Gabi Valenzuela, and Adriana Iturbide, which is that even though they're goal scorers, like they're number nines, they're center forwards with 4 goals. They also have the three of them have the ability of playing far from the box. Like they actually go behind and receive. They can receive from 3 quarters or even from midfield. All of them have the ability of receiving with a lot of space, either standing at the center or in the wings. So they are very polyvalent. They're players who can play in a bunch of areas in the attack, either in the wings or in the number 10 or in the spot of the gameplay of the game maker. But they also have the goal. They also uh, are resolutive inside the box. They provide solutions inside the box. So they are goal scorers. They're number nines with that olfato goleador, but they can also make the team play from far behind, which is very appreciative and surely a characteristic that all of them share, and surely synergizes everything between them. And also, I would like to comment and about Monday's match, Robert, that you were saying that you like Spinelli's stamp, and I would like to agree on that because I think that Spinelli has added more aggressiveness to this team. If if you take a look on Monday's match against Cruz Azul, the team had already by the second minute of the match against Cruz Azul, we already had a disallowed goal and another very clear chance that Licha almost opened the score after the second minute. So I think that this team is aggressive. I think that this team has recovered hunger and that killer instinct that maybe was a little bit paused in the recent months. I think that we're starting to recover it as well.
And let's remember, Chivas was down on the score at the 7 minute mark.
Yes.
Like Cruz Azul
Right.
scored first, and
Yeah.
you when you just mentioned that, I remember, like, yes, we had one unallowed goal, but also Cruz Azul was ahead of her game on the 7 minute mark. So the ability that Chivas Femenil has to recover and get back into the game and don't let those kind of things or mistakes get to them, like that's pretty outstanding. So, oh, there it is. So please go follow the official Chivas YouTube channel. Subscribe, like, rate, everything, comment, and you can find there our exclusive English content, because I already saw a comment section here, right here, wherever the comment section is. Somebody asking, why is it in English? So allow me just for 10 seconds to tell you that this is content specially made for all our Chiva hermanos that speak English, that we know that live outside Mexico. There are a lot. There are millions of Chiva hermanos, not only in the USA, but everywhere around the world, that speak entirely in English or mostly in English. So we try to make and produce this content for everybody. And yeah, welcome to the show. Thank you for watching.
Yes. Welcome to the
Yeah.
Chivaverse.
Plus, we already have more than 50. I think more than 50 or 60 contents in English.
Yeah,
So, plus the Twitter account. Yeah. So
exactly.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
for
man.
everyone. It's for
Everybody come.
everyone.
If you don't know English, you could practice it
Right?
because
Yeah,
you
we've
need
had.
to, and
Yeah,
it's always a tool and it's magnificent. But if you want to speak just Spanish, then you guys can come on too, man.
We've done that.
Yeah.
right.
This is the
And we
Chivaverse.
and we also have Noti Chivas, which is the Spanish version of this show.
That's exactly
And,
right.
and yeah,
Actually, we're
and
different. All the content that's made at Chivas is different. Okay.
right.
Not the
Yeah.
Chivas, they're more technical. They know what they're talking about. They know what they're talking about as the game styles, different technical. We're talking about another area of it to share with our brothers and sisters all around the planet.
Yes.
Okay. So
Exactly.
join us. Let's do it. Okay. So
Yeah.
let's wrap it up. Let's start wrapping it up. Tres top three chingonas. Gabi, you go first.
I
Who
go
are your
first.
top three chingonas?
Okay, my top three chingonas. Somebody that has to stay on that position. Two actually are like one of my all-time favorite players. So again, I'm going to do like the three lines. Chelly Torres, I love her. I think she's incredible, and I think until last season, she was the player with the most minutes inside the field. Like, she never missed one single minute inside the field. So that's incredible by itself. She's also a scorer, and she assists, she defends. I think she's everywhere, and she's amazing. Of course, in the midfield, my comandanta, Caro Jaramillo. She is like my go-to, and she is, in my opinion, one of the greatest midfielders to ever grace Liga MX Femenil, and of course Chivas Femenil. And I'm going to go with La Doctora del Gol. I think she's consistent, she's fearless, and even though one of the goals in the last game was like an own goal, but I think she did a lot, and she didn't like
She forced
play
it.
back. She was, yes, exactly. So I think she is in a streak, in a goaling streak, and I love that. I love that for her. So that is my top three.
I like it. I like your top three. Definitely. And we didn't have a chance right now to talk about each of the lines, but you're right. Chelly, you know,
Yeah.
I love the defense. The defense is giving the confidence to the midfield. Okay. So that they could go do other stuff. And we could see it right there. Alfredo, who are your top three?
I would like to say Ruby Soto. I think that that wing, usually the left one, when she takes it, it's like you have a guaranteed at least getting to the end line, at least getting a second or even third defender helping the right back. Her contribution to the team, it's spectacular every time she gets the ball. I think like she's a super fast and super agile winger, and she's going through a great state of shape.
She's very
I will,
precise too in her
yes,
passes. Super
yes, she's
precise.
precise. I would like to add Carla Martinez, who is showing off some imperial defending. She's reading everything pretty well. She is blocking every single cross, and she has adapted very well to the team already in her second tournament with the red and white. So she's definitely showing off some some months of really hard training. And I would like to add Damaris Godinez because the other day she scored a fantastic goal, and
Golazo.
yeah,
And
yeah,
she's
she's
also
always
so very
very responsive.
consistent. And she'll try those
Right.
shots a lot.
Yeah,
She
she
just
does.
go. She's a mom. She don't care.
Right. And she
You're
scored
right.
more of those
She's
in
a
the
honey
past.
badger, man. She don't care. Boom.
Yeah, she scored more of those in the past as well.
Yep.
So
Yes,
like she has that.
I
And the other
agree.
way she usually scores, like it's either long distance shots or corner kicks, like, especially when it's a like a two head in the box corner kick, she will usually give the second header. Smart, very smart at attacking those spaces.
She's
Who are your
magnificent.
top three, Robert,
My
before
top
keeping
three.
going?
I mean, it's like every time I hear your top three, I want to change my top three because I agree with all of you, and I wish we could say more than the top three. I think they're all magnificent. The 11 and the changes that came on and the young ladies were magnificent. But for me, for this match, I'm going to agree with you guys both because I'm going to take a little from both of you. Okay.
Right.
Adriano Iturbide, right, Boyi? I agree with you. I love her persistence. She's been silent but deadly.
Yeah.
She's been
Right.
there. And uh, maybe she's also been judged for her rojinegro past as well. But the woman is, she's magnificent. She's on top of her work. I see her now. I see her playing very naturally with my second choice, which is Alicia Cervantes.
Mm-hmm.
Licha, Licha, Licha. She's the one, she's the heart. She brings the team together. You could see it when they're kind of like, what happened? What just happened? Like after the goal, it was Licha and Caro, right? They were like, hey, let's do it. Come on,
Mm-hmm.
let's
Mm-hmm.
go forward again. So, not only for her scoring abilities, but for her leadership. And I love her leadership qualities. Okay. And the last one I was going to change because I was going to say Carla, but I agree with Ruby Soto. Ruby,
Ruby.
remember, she has played a long time as well. We could say she's a veteran, but she
Mm-hmm.
has honed her skills so precisely that she's like a knife going through butter when she is on the mark.
Yes.
Muy
Right.
difícil de cubrir.
Hmm.
Hey, and
Almost
we have a
impossible.
special mention. We have to mention this that was published a couple of minutes ago in the
That's
official
right.
Chivas Femenil account. So our Rojiblanca Valentina de la Mora got a scholarship to go to San Diego and play soccer. That's amazing. Valentina, so happy for you and the best of luck for her.
San
Yes.
Diego State.
Yeah, congrats.
And remember,
Beautiful
Congratulations.
campus.
Chivas Femenil is always encouraging our players to continue their school, their academic goals. And this is a great opportunity for her. And Chivas Femenil was like, go, my love, go and do it. So we're here
Right.
for you, Valentina, and best of luck for you, my girl.
And don't forget, we
Right.
haven't forgot our other undefeated, right? El
Another
Tapatío is
undefeated.
playing tomorrow
El Tapatío.
against Tlaxcala. Pure ones, right? Pure ones, but they're undefeated, finding the path.
Undefeated.
And the Chivaverse
That
will send them the energy. We
Yes.
will
we will.
Chivaverse them. Todos lo hacemos Chivaverse them. Dale.
Just like Valentina, spread your wings and fly.
That's right.
Exactly.
Do it.
Right.
We need
So
a win.
where can we watch all this stuff? Where can our
Yeah, there's
Chivermanos? There
plenty of
you
activity.
go.
So that's tomorrow. Chivas against Tlaxcala, Liga Expansión. Remember that El Tapatío is unbeaten. Still gotta find more winning ways, but we're unbeaten, which speaks well about the hunger of the team, which has kept on, and you can watch it on VIX if you're in the United States, kicking off at 5 past 6 p.m. Central Time of the United States. What else do we have for the weekend?
What else
We
can we
have
watch?
Chivas on Saturday, right? We have the visit to
Better
Santos.
watch.
Oh no, Atlético San Luis. Okay. Oh, that's
No, that's
Chivas
Chivas
Femenil.
Femenil.
Yeah, exactly. Because the guys are against Santos, right? Yeah. So in the United States, Chivas Femenil taking place on Sunday at 6 p.m. Central Time. It's against Atlético San Luis, and you can watch the match on Star Plus. Remember, not ESPN. Well, ESPN in Mexico, but the match will be in on Star Plus for the United States. Chivas Femenil, the Chingonas already in the top three of the table, looking to escalate some positions and why not get to the first place of the table. So that's Sunday, the 27th, against Atlético San Luis Femenil.
And last but not least,
We have the guys.
Los Chingones.
Yeah.
Where can we
So
watch our Chingones? Tell us.
You know, we're gonna let you know on the official Twitter account. Well, for the United States, of course. We're gonna let you know on the official Twitter account at Chivasien or underscore. So stay tuned to that, or the English version of the website chivasdecorazon.com pleca en. So, but if you're in Mexico, you can watch Saturday's match against Santos on TUDN or TV Azteca, either or, whichever you prefer. TUDN or TV Azteca for Mexico, Club Santos against Chivas. And it's already going to be the sixth match day of the Apertura tournament. You know, it's like on an abrir and cerrar de ojos, we're already into a third of the regular season, and it's incredible how time goes by. We're still undefeated. So Saturday's match week 6 against Santos, it will kick off at 10 p.m., 5 past 10 p.m. Central Time of the United States. So it's going to be a late Saturday night match. Perfect for some Saturday night plans with the boys, with the family, with everyone.
That's right. Hay chiva pa'l rato. Okay, so we
Hay
have a
chiva
lot
para
of full plate of food chibo. My friends, the time has come for us to say goodbye. One day we're going to come up with that song so that we can go out singing
we're going to do
merrily,
jingles. Yes, we
tralala.
need at least 3 jingles for the show.
Yes, a jingle.
Yes.
Right.
Wait.
Oh, we'll make our own.
Yeah.
We'll make our own jingles.
Our producer
Nadie
is,
los detiene.
shutting us down like, okay.
We have the official anthem, though.
Hi, William. Yes.
William Hernandez, bro. ¿Cómo? Come on.
X.
William. ¿Por qué no Guillermo?
It's okay.
I'll see you guys later. Everybody in the Chivaverse, we love you. We love you, William. Okay?
See
We
you
love
next week.
everybody out there. Gracias por compartir su tiempo con nosotros. Thanks for sharing your time. We're out of here, and we'll see you guys next week.
Oh, my jersey.
I'll see you.
Bye.
Oh, that
Arriba
beautiful
las
new
Chivas.
jersey. Arriba las Chivas. Puro Chiva.
Vamos tapatío, vamos femenil, vamos femenil.
Todos.